Shalom, shalom, kwam yasha. This is Brother Gabari Allah coming back at you with a quick video here through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash. I just want to share this little clip here. It was posted in the group chat earlier yesterday by a brother, and it's going into China's social credit system. This whole social credit system that they have over there is going to come over here, and we're going to experience the same thing, but it's going to be magnified by times 10. Everything what they're going through over there in China, we're going to experience it double. I'm going to pull out Revelation chapter 13 verse 16 on down, because a social credit system is linked with the MOTB. The MOTB being a digital ID or a digital wallet of some sort. Those things are going to come in, and that's going to be used to monitor your social credit system or your social credit score, Salakia, right? It's going to help monitor the UBI, the Universal Basic Income, because that's what they're going to bring forth, and everybody's going to have to take that MOTB to function in society. So, a social credit system goes hand in hand with Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 on down, going into the MARK, the BEAST. But living that way is not good, or living this way, how they're living over there in China, that's not good. This isn't freedom, this is oppression, this is tyranny. And the scripture speaks on tyranny when you go into the Apocrypha, the tyranny that idolatry brings forth, man, with men, how mankind gets when they get involved with tyranny. It just leads to oppression. Idolatry. It just leads to oppression and tyranny. And that's what you're seeing here, man, because that's what the MOTB is. That's what this social credit system is. It's all idolatry, man. It's all vanity, right? That's all it is. That's all it is. Just going to bring forth tyranny, man. Tyranny. Anyways, I'm going to play the clip, and then I'm going to get some precepts, and Lord willing, this will be edifying. All right. So, yeah. All praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. All praises. Okay. And also, I just want to say again, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And I noticed too, the Spirit's on the elders and apostles and the different brothers to make videos on the MOTB. They're talking about it. And it's true, the MOTB is right around the corner. Right around the corner, man. So let's talk about it, man. Anyway, here we go.
Such as paying half price for the bus.
So it says, the life of a blacklisted citizen, China's social credit system.
I get discounts for all public services, even at museums. And the library is free for me, thanks to my school. A good score brings benefits, but people with low scores lose rights. The cinema names and shames people considered untrustworthy, plastering their details, even their addresses, across big screens.
It's a matter of principle. Those people have to be condemned.
Those people aren't honest, so they have to pay the price.
It's only right to pay your debts. You have to blacklist those that don't.
The Supreme Court has created a blacklist for so-called bad citizens, those whose ratings have dropped to 0. On it are companies, but also 23 million people to date. Among them is this journalist Liu Hu. He got a little too close to uncovering corruption among high-profile party members. After being sued for defamation by the subject of a story he'd written, he was blacklisted. He only realized when he tried to buy a train ticket and was told he was banned from traveling.
That tells me I'm still on the blacklist.
Punished because he's been branded untrustworthy by the state.
Once you're blacklisted, you can no longer get a bank loan, start a business, buy an apartment, or even...
And I did videos on this before. This is not something new. This is old news, but it's refreshing. But you see what this brings forth, man? Well, who wants to live like this, man? This is tyrannical. That's oppression. So your rights are taken away because your social credit score is low. You didn't even really commit a real crime. You know what I mean? You didn't murder anybody. Like you're just doing like little things. Your credit score is going down. Like little things like you jaywalked or you forgot to look both ways before you cross the street. So now you get now you get blacklisted. Like, come on, who wants to live like that? And you know, this guy was a journalist, man. I don't know if he still is, but he's a journalist. But he was bringing out the truth, because that's what journalists do. They bring out the truth, and they give you the news, right? So he's investigating the truth and telling you what it is, and he's getting in trouble for that. And then he got blacklisted because he found out people in high positions in government were doing folly, man. We're doing wickedness, and now he's in trouble for that. And his rights were taken away, and I think that's a human's rights violation as well, a human rights violation, because now this man can't even buy a home, can't rent an apartment, can't buy gas, he can't drive, he can't use certain public services. You see, that's what comes with the beast system, man. I'm gonna get it. Matter of fact, let me get a precept. But that's terrible, man. That's tyranny. That's oppression, man. That's oppression. And you people want to live like that? But you know what? The public, the goyim public, the general public, you deserve what you get, because you voted these people in to bring forth these policies, these laws, right? Bringing forth the MOTB. You vote them in. So you deserve what you get. You deserve to be destroyed, because you're relying and trusting on the arm of flesh. And look where that's going to get you. That's not going to do no good. What you should be trusting in, you should be trusting in Yahweh Bashim Yoshai, especially you Israelites. So we get Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. I'm going to start here. It says here, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the beast of the, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." So you can't do anything if you don't get the mark, right? You can't do anything, and that mark comes with the social credit system. And guess what? If you don't do good, if you're not a good little citizen, if you're not a good little slave, a good little servant, then they turn your chip off. Right? And then they turn your chip off. And if you don't take the chip, you're blacklisted anyway. Right? You can't do anything. You're going to be blacklisted. You're going to be an outcast. That's not good. But anyways, I just wanted to bring this out, man. This is not freedom. This is oppression. Okay, so the social credit system, it goes hand in hand with the MOTB, which is the beast system. All right. Now, let me go into the word mark here. Mark is charagma in Greek. And really, it's going into idolatry, man. Yes, it's a stamp, it's a mark, but that really goes into idolatry. Now, it says a stamp and imprinted mark. The mark stamped on the forehead with the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. And this whole system that's being conjured up through a cashless society and a social credit system, that's all anti-Yahushai. Right, that's anti-Yahushai. The mark branded upon horses. That's right, and you're going to be branded. When you receive this mark, you're going to be state property, government property, and you're going to know it, man, because you're going to be monitored all the time. More centralized government means you're going to be monitored all the time. They're going to do it through the MOTB, and they're going to bring forth a social credit system. So you're branded, man. You're property. You're somebody's property. You're the property of the elites. They're a property of the spiritual demon Satan, man. Because the elites work for Satan. And that's the spirit behind this whole system. Spiritual demon Satan. Thin carved sculpture, graven work of idolatrous images. You notice it, idolatrous images. This is all idol worship, man. And you know where idolatry gets you. It brings forth tyranny and oppression. Especially when men get involved with idolatry. That's what it brings forth. And I'm going to prove it, man, when you go into Wisdom of Solomon, the 14th chapter. Now, I just want to get to the point. I'm going to jump around, but this chapter is really good. It goes into the vainglory of man and how idolatry is very toxic, man. And it always leads to oppression. You know, you worshiping God, the false gods, and these idols that are made with hands. It just leads to oppression. It leads to tyranny. It leads to disaster. And it's not going to change, man. It's not going to change. It was like that back then in the ancient world, and it's like that right now. Look at the state of the world, man. People aren't living good due to their idolatry. This place is a mess. So anyways, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14, verse... I'm going to start at 16, and I might jump around. So it says, thus, in process of time, an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as law, and graven images were worshipped by the commandment of kings. And that's going to take place with the MOTB. It's going to be made into law. That's why I said it's going to be made mandatory, which means it's going to be made into law. Right? So, and it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. It takes time. It takes time. All right? You can't just bring the MOTV and make it mandatory. Because it's going to be a shock to people. So it's going to take time. You know. And graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings. And it is going to be a command, because who's commanding it? The elites, the international banking families, whom men could not honor in presence because they dwelt far off. They took the counterfeit of his visage from far, and made an express image of a king whom they honored, to the end that by this their forwardness they might flatter him that was absent, as if he were present. You know, they're going to turn it into an image of a man. And that's what happens when you go into idolatry, right? You know, you start men worshipping, man. Really men worshipping. Man pleasing. Well, not man pleasing, but, you know, worshipping men, right? Worshipping men and things of that nature. But anyways, it says, also the singular diligence of the artificer did help to set forward the ignorant to more superstition. It's going to lead to more ignorance and stupidity. For he, peradventure, willing to please one in authority, forced all his skill to make the resemblance of the best fashion. And so the multitude, allured by the grace of the work, took him now for a god, which a little before was but honored. And this was an occasion to deceive the world, for men serving either calamity or tyranny did ascribe unto stones and stocks the incommunicable name. Moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of the Most High. And you're still not going to get wise. You're still not going to get smart. You're still going to err in the knowledge of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. A lot of you people think going down this route of bringing forth a social credit system and a cashless society, you think that's gonna make your society progress. No, you're just downgrading it. You're just putting more shackles and chains on yourself. You're not free. You're a slave, man. You're a slave, and you're not knowledgeable. And guess what? The Lord is not with you, and you're ignorant. But whereas they live in the great war of ignorance, you know, how's that possible? Right now, we're in a digital age. We have the internet in our pocket. We can search out all things. Anything that you think about, you can search it out on the internet. You know, even with that low level spiritual power, that's what I'm going to call it. because that's low level spiritual power that we have, being able to look things up anytime. Even with that power, man, you're still ignorant. People out here are still ignorant in terms of doing the right thing and serving Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You people are still ignorant and proud too. Those so great plagues called they peace, getting judged and thinking you're blessed. The majority of you people out here, man. Right. But yeah, man, I just thought I'd bring that out, man, because all idolatry leads to is tyranny and oppression, and you being ignorant and not knowing Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Not evolving, you're degenerating. So with that, I just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushai Bahashem Rakah HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone of GMS, to USA Shalom, and Shalom on to the hopeful life to Kwame Shalom and Abba Baal Shalom.